Hey guys. Oh my god, I'm standing on a chair to get the camera there, so. Alright. I am calling this video Anne Made a New Friend because on Anne Marie's Facebook page, Acrylic Pouring Basics, I met, I'm grabbing my water, but I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Hold on a sec. Okay, so on Acrylic Pouring Basics Facebook page, I met a woman named Teddy who lives in my city. She lives about 10 minutes from my house. And we've met once before, we've talked on the phone, and I had made a post about wanting to experiment with Liquitex pouring medium. And she said, I've got a bunch, don't buy any, I have some, so why don't you come over and show me your technique and we can hang out and get you some of the Liquitex. So I went over to her house today and I showed her the flip and drag, and as I was showing her, we learned some lessons I can tell you guys that will make it easier for you to understand what I'm doing, that I guess she put words into what I'm doing, and she did a good job. And so we had so much fun, and we're going to get together, go coffee or get a drink or whatever. So it's just fun to make a new friend because, oh, she also gave me 2 of these squeegee bottles, which I like. Because sometimes as an adult, you get into your rut, you have your work friends and, your other friends, and it's harder to meet new people. So it's super cool. We have a lot in common. I'm looking around. Oh my gosh. Oh, here it is. If you notice, which you probably don't, I'm using a different drip pan in a different part of the basement because the table I poured is sitting in the other drip pan and I don't want to move it. So they're kind of heavy. They're like really solid wood. So the pouring medium. I still don't have a recipe. So if you guys want exact recipes, Anne Marie has them. There's a whole bunch of people that have like where it'll say exact, milliliters and whatnot. But what I did, these are the colors I used. So this is my exact measurements. So I squirt it in, so it makes a blob in there. And then I pour floetrol to cover that blob. So, it covers it. And then I stir that in. And then I add water. For this, since I'm using the pouring medium, I had it in here, and in these little 3-ounce cups, which are only filled halfway, so there's like an ounce and a half paint in here. I did 2 squeezes of pouring medium. So far we've got, squeezed paint, floetrol up to the top of the squeezed paint, 2 squirts of the pouring medium, and then I added water to get it to the consistency. And this is a little thicker than I like, so I'm gonna add, I like my paint really thin. Teddy was surprised at how thin I made my paint. Because I like it really thin. So I've got these 3 colors, the Artist Loft Metallic Purple, Liquitex Basics Primary Red, Cobalt Blue, and for the, if you know how to pronounce that, green, let me know. And I mix that with white, so it's kind of a mint. See, and that, so I'm not used to using pouring medium, and I think it gives it a different consistency that I'm used to working with. When I first poured, I used pouring medium, and that's all I used. I didn't add water, I didn't add floetrol because I didn't know anything. I hadn't been on the website, or I didn't know anything. And that was kind of a disaster. But obviously I had fun because I kept at it. So I am spraying WD-40 silicone. And again, I'm not pouring over here because I think it was giving me pinholes. And I'm just going to start layering. The table's drying nicely. It's spread out more. I'll have to show you guys. The color's almost all over the table, and so it kind of feathered out. That's really pretty. And I'm totally gonna, let me spray some more silicone. Totally gonna redo the other table because it's just, there's no comparison. And I am gonna paint the pedestal white. I'm just gonna paint it with the spray paint. I really like it because you can spray it upside down. I like spray paint. It's a lot harder than it looks though, you know? When I redid our dining room, I had bought chairs and I'm gonna add a little more pink. Chairs and table on Craigslist, super cheap, like a giant dining room table and 4 chairs, and I think it was $50. So I painted the legs black and I painted the top white, and then the chairs I spray painted like a neon lime green and put a new fabric on. That's just water. Put a new fabric on the seats that had black and white and lime green, and the walls are like a bluish gray. Anywho, so I'm trying to decide if I want to add more paint. Let me add a little bit more purple just because I really love this metallic purple. I've been doing a lot of purples and blues. For some reason, they always turn out on me. The colors, they just go together. So, I can flip. Now hold that down. I do use Dutch Boy white paint. I probably think any decent latex paint will work. I use satin finish. So, but yeah, if you can't find Dutch Boy, I would just get any interior paint. I probably wouldn't go with the cheapest just because I've not had good experience buying the absolute cheapest paint. But that's also painting cabinets, so probably different than this. But it turned me off from paint. When I paint my walls, I only use Benjamin Moore, but that's a lot more money than the DuraClean. It's probably $10 more per gallon, and I'd go broke. So I'm not using that. And Teddy also, because we poured, where did it go? She used a little foam brush, which I don't know, never really occurred to me. I always use the popsicle stick, but this is a great way to feather it out. I wish I had a bigger one. Usually I have a whole stock of them, but I was doing a lot of gluing, and I didn't have So this is a nice way to not pour off and waste as much white as I generally do. So I probably need more white. I'm hoping, but I don't. All right. Boy, that's really not a lot of white, is it? So mixed up, but there's no pouring medium in it. Hang on, guys. Stay. Please do not fall off. You can see that the paint's already coming out. So this that I'm adding right now is mixed with water and floetrol, but does not have pouring medium in it, but I'm just doing it around the edges, so it's all gonna be okay. So when she first did her first drag, you could hear it. You could hear it, the cup scraping the canvas. And then I took a turn, and as she watched me, she said, I can't hear anything, because I was just skimming the cup on the white paint. So the cup was not, if it was just barely touching the canvas, so you want to have a really light touch. And she gave kind of the comparison to like playing air hockey. You know, just skimming along the top. And I'm just poking a hole, which I don't think I need to, because I don't really think there's any suction. Oh, these cups are a lot firmer than my old one. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of suction because it's already started to come out. So if you can see, you can't see the canvas. I am just skimming the top. Oh, there you can hear the canvas. I got a little too deep there. And then I am going to take the remaining paint, and you can just swipe it right over. And this has been good. This I didn't do in the earlier videos. And it gives a much lighter touch, like a much more delicate look. The other look I really like. This is just a different version when you are using the cup to, I am just blanking on words. When you're using the cup to swipe. Yes, there we go. Alright, things are starting to fire in my brain. I am going to give this a quick torch before I tilt, which I don't always do, but you'll see cells popping up. So we got a lot of cells here. And now I am going to tilt. So as I said, I think in another video, I don't know if I posted it or not, I've never painted with anyone. Art for me has usually been a solo venture, and I had such a great time. There's something about you know, it was fun bouncing ideas off each other. I learned so much from her, and I got to see all her paintings, and she has beautiful paintings. And it's interesting because I've seen some of them in photos and on Facebook, and photos just does not do this art justice. Her paintings in person, don't look anything like the ones on the pictures. Oops, I just dropped paint. I don't like this part. So, there we go. Swipe it a little bit. It didn't match the rest of the painting. It was too heavy. So, as you guys know, because I've talked about it like a million times, moved my daughter into the dorms today. And these dorms are ridiculously nice. But the living area, because there's a living area and then 2 bedroom, like there's 4 bedrooms. So on either side of the living area are hallways with bedrooms and bathrooms. And the living area has this giant blank wall. And so I'm thinking that I want to ask each girl their favorite color and do one of these paintings in each girl's favorite color. So each painting would only have that color. So like if someone said blue, that painting would have a dark blue, and then I'd lighten it with white, and then I'd lighten it again. So it would have 3 shades of the exact same blue, and so on and so forth for each of their favorite colors. And I was thinking I'd do this size. This is a 20 by 20. So 4 of those, you know, that's a lot of painting. But the wall is so boring. So I am gonna ask my daughter if she would want that, and then, you know, you figure at the end of the year, you know, I don't know if they'll live together again or go their own separate ways, but they would have a painting. So I don't know if that's anything, you know, they'd like, but it was an idea I had. I really need Michael's to put some canvases on sale because I have hardly any canvases left. So I think I'm done with this one. I like how color runs out here, but negative on both sides. So I'm going to torch this puppy again. And this will, okay, I'll turn this will feather out as it dries. I am finding the more I do the swipe with the cup, the more feathery it ends up as it dries, but I'm liking it. So now I'll torch it. This is beautiful. Ooh, look at that. I mean, it's like marble. I'm interested to see how it dries with the Liquitex pouring medium. I'm assuming it's going to dry shinier. So, yeah, I'm super pleased. I'm going to, remember, I'm not walking in front of you. You didn't see me, I'm a ghost. Climb up onto my chair. Oh, that was my hand. Hang on, now I'm standing on my chair. And I'm going to zoom you in. See, there's the table right there. So I'm in a different locale. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.